Queued up.
Yes, sir. We are back. We in the stew. We in the building. We are so thankful everybody is back today. My name is DJ Aaron Michael. We are locked into another great episode of the Queued Up podcast right now, baby. It is episode 14. We have another special guest. I'm going to get to him in 1 second, though. Hold on.
Cool.
Hold your horses. All right. Real quick, though. Once again, thank you to everybody who's been watching us on IG, supporting us on YouTube and everything. All of our subscribers, anybody commenting, good or bad, we still appreciate y'all, man, no matter what, even on TikTok. All right? Even if y'all think we're just talking a whole bunch of nonsense, at least you're watching. All right? You still count as a view, so we love you. So we appreciate it. So we got a really, really dope panel today. The room is busting today. To my left, shout out to my brother RC, a.k.a. Calvert Productions.
Yer.
How you doing, dog?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Chilling this Monday.
We back. Another weekend.
It's crazy how much forward I look forward to Mondays now because we shoot on Mondays.
Yeah.
Not only because of the podcast, but also I'm not working.
So you just be chilling all day until this.
Hey, man, I vacuumed. I washed my car. I put gas in it. I did some grown adult things. I did a load of laundry.
Very productive day.
Thank you, Chewy.
Wow.
I shot 11 vehicles before I came here.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bullets.
Why he dropping that?
So I've had a busy day, but it's good. I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? And also, that's pretty typical Monday through Friday.
Yeah, man. Look, bro, you work like a goddamn Haitian. All right, you work hard. All right,
man.
My mom says I work like a Jamaican. You work like a Haitian. Okay,
I'll take that.
All right, that's a compliment, by the way. It's a compliment. Behind me, shout out to my brother Artie Reeps.
Let's get it started.
You know what I'm saying? I see you wearing the Love You Shardy. Shout out to my boy.
Shawty.
Shout out to my boy Salty Brazzy.
Salty, man.
How you doing, bro?
He'll respond to that. So
I know he will.
That's
nice.
That's interesting. That's some meta. That was meta right there.
I
He
need-
like talked to him, but like he's not here. He's like, "How you doing,
No,
bro?"
he hears it. Whenever you say Love You Shorty, he pops up 3 times like Candyman. So,
That's funny.
yeah, one more time. Nah, good to see you, though, bro. You looking
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Handsome man.
Appreciate you.
Behind the camera, we got my boy Chewy, a.k.a. Jesus Crust, once again. Repping the home team. Suns up 3-1. Are we going to put it away on Tuesday, Chewy?
I sure hope so.
By the time this airs, we better already be in round 2, so help me.
Dude, I was so ecstatic when Minnesota extended the series finally.
Yeah, I was too.
Oh my
Yes.
god! I want to finish before them. I don't care.
Yeah,
I know they're not gonna win the series, but
They almost blew that game, though.
they did.
They almost blew it.
They're trying everything they can just to kind of screw over the Suns so that way the Nuggets get more rest. But now they did their job. So, and a shout out to my brother Charlie Mumbles. How you doing, dog?
Chilling, man. Same old.
Okay, all right. Mumbles, you popped up out of nowhere, bro. Everybody just walked upstairs. You were already here.
Just be here early.
Maybe
Wait.
teleporting.
I was here since yesterday. Just waiting on the podcast.
Nice.
And then, of course, we got my boy Justin Gurian in the building hanging out. You know what I'm saying? D, what's up? How you doing? We're over here representing Smoke Charlie's again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, we're going to get into them. They're sponsoring us again for another episode. We're so thankful. And now we're going to get into our special guest that we have in the building. This is my guy. If you live in the state of Phoenix, if you've been to a nightclub, if you've been to a poppin' brunch restaurant and or bar, you've probably seen him. You probably heard him DJ. You probably heard him on the mic.
Facts.
This man's been in the game for quite a while. I'm not going to say how many years. I'm respectful.
Do it like that. Tell him. Stay on top of the hill, baby. Tell him. It's all good. I actually don't know.
You lost count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped counting.
Official Shadyville DJ.
Yes, indeed.
Official core DJ worldwide.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? You've been holding down Sugar Jam.
Yes, indeed. A blessing, an absolute blessing. A tourist spot, one for everybody across the nation to come to. It's amazing.
It's one for everybody, but I'm just going to say this because I love you. You are unapologetically black.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Damn, we got right into it, huh?
Hey, bro, look, we love everybody here on this podcast, but I'm saying that's one of the things I admire you for because you always support black-owned businesses.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Work with a lot of young men and women up and coming and stuff like that. The hat you're
Absolutely.
wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Strong Wool, black-owned hat company.
There you go.
Soon to also be in another state, not just in Arizona. So growing exponentially. So we're very happy for all the support and everything. I've been supporting these brothers since before they had a store, since they were just a table at what we call the Archwood Exchange, which is a black business expo held here in Phoenix. And it's just been amazing to watch their dream come to fruition, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Nice. We're glad to have you here, man. The one and only DJ Freshmaker, man. Make
Yes,
some
sir.
noise. Make
My
some
guy.
noise.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored. I'm glad to see this. This is beautiful, man. This is great for you.
You know, it's
fits.
been home. It's been home for us for almost 3
Yes,
months
indeed.
now, which has been crazy.
This is worth quite a bit, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're.
Yeah,
He ain't
Hey!
You know,
He's not
hey,
wrong.
value has a different meaning to every man.
Oh, wow.
Judy, you know what I'm saying? But hey, no, we're thankful to be here.
Hey.
Thankful to be here, yo. Nah, man. No, we're thankful to have you here, though, man. We've been talking about getting you on the show ever since it started.
Yes.
Because we go to the same gym. You go there more than I do. I've been slacking.
Okay. Hey, I haven't been there as much before summer hit, but I heard, you know, like once it got hot and I was like, July's around the corner, I was like, man, I got to get it cracking. So I went. I definitely went today. I plan on going, 4 more times this week. Hopefully it can happen. Things get busy.
Who you
Things get
telling?
busy. So
Right.
1 minute I was ready to go to the gym. I had on my Adidas and everything. And next
Yeah.
thing you know, I'm vacuuming the crib and it's 3 o'clock.
priorities.
Like, that's it. That's not busy. That's
Yeah, that's you
That's
found a good reason not to
self-discipline.
go.
That's not no. Number one, vacuuming
Yo.
is an exercise. My granddad did it for 42 years. All right, that man.
Did
yeah.
he just use
You ain't
granddad on
getting- you ain't
you?
getting that off. Yeah.
Yeah, the arm.
I know your
The
granddad.
arm
He
Called
motion.
granddad.
I know your granddad.
How
And
old is
he-
granddad that he just called on?
Grandpa's is like 80 now.
Hey,
You
but
called
shout
on
out to
a-
Grandpa AC though. That
AC
man is
love.
in shape.
Yes, sir.
He
That man
tagged
is good. So that's
granddad
why I'm
out
like,
the
what
road.
is this?
Sir. That's why he's in
He
shape.
said,
He
"Jump
vacuums
in."
literally every day.
Nah, you ain't getting that.
As soon as a speck of dust hits the ground, that man has the cleaner ready to go. My
He
grandma's
said
annoyed
them
of
biceps and triceps is cranking. Huh?
That man will outwalk any of us. All right, don't
Dang.
try him.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we got my brother Freshmaker in the building. We're so excited to have you. We have a great show. In the queue today, we're going to be, number one, talking about more about who Freshmaker is and what he's done around the city and what you got planned going forward.
Yes, indeed.
Hot queue number 2, we're going to be talking about the Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. I'm not happy about it.
Really?
You know,
Wow.
technically.
Did you lose money?
Oh, I lost a crispy 5, but it's not about what I lost. It's about who I lost it to and in the manner that I
What?
lost it.
What you mean?
I'm mad that I lost $5 to you in the middle of a nightclub. That's what I'm mad about.
Why
Oh,
not?
I thought
why
it was
not
500.
support your brother?
No.
Why not support
Because
your
we're
brother?
so competitive. We've almost gotten into
Hey, man.
fist fights over Madden.
Well, yeah, that's
You
mad.
DJ 14 nights a week, and you. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's not that I couldn't afford it. It's just that I didn't want to give it to him.
Got you. Got you.
principle.
And then cue number 3, we also going to be talking about Dylan Brooks, a.k.a. Dylan the Villain, versus LeBron and some of the disrespectful comments he's had for LeBron these past couple of games, NBA playoffs. It's kind of be sports-heavy episode. Then we're doing another round of Hot Cubes, sponsored again by Smoke Charlie's. And once again, we're thankful for them, having our back
go.
and everything, supporting us.
Man, you got a sponsor too?
Yeah, man. Hey, we trying, bro. We trying.
Man, this is
That's my boy
well
Justin.
worth it. we gonna go there the whole time.
man.
We'll go there the whole
He was
time.
like,
Remember
I
how
really
Ryan,
appreciate that.
remember how Ryan was giving when Ryan was on the show a couple episodes ago? He was giving Giovanni all this shit and
Uh-huh.
everything. Now Fresh is giving. He's giving
As
me
he
this
should,
shit.
though. As he should. I'm
actually,
happy.
we all gonna do that.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
We just using
'Cause-
him as the
but
spearhead.
y'all
Cost
see,
to be the boss.
y'all see how he was just talking about losing $5, right? So you
Yeah.
see kind of
No.
what the cost-
Yeah, it was losing
You see
5 to who?
Okay.
I would have given 5 to
Why
anybody
would you
else
take
here.
Ryan though?
Okay.
Why would I take Ryan?
Yeah.
I'll talk about it. But before we get into all that, man, we're going to talk about our special guest for today. Once again, my dog, DJ Freshmaker, a staple in the nightclub industry here in the city
man,
of
thank
Phoenix. No, I'm not even trying to gas you, bro. You've been at this for the longest time, and a lot of clubs you've been associated with, whether if you were DJing, promoting, or hosting, have been some of the hottest nightclubs in the city.
Yeah, I've been blessed, man. It's been cool. Like, I had some great mentors. I mean, my roommate DJ Q was still a top DJ in Scottsdale. He taught me all the mechanics and how to master a library, and we worked together from starting out at weddings, like weddings that people like got there and didn't want to do, so they would like tell their client that their wife was having their baby and just ride out and call us on the way out. And we would get there and realize like it was a bridezilla situation. And so we were just walking into like a fiery cauldron. Like it was crazy. But that's like how I started. DJ Flavor, of course, is monumental in my growth.
Legend.
Legend.
KD is monumental in my growth. Illmatic, Robbie Rob, and of course like The Godfather, Dark Vader, like
Yep.
big time.
Another legend.
So
Yeah.
just awesome brothers that let me stand on their shoulders and not only told me, about music and how to gauge it, a crowd, and how to read a little bit better, or just watching them and their experience, but also kind of teaching me about relationships. And I
Right.
think that's like the biggest factor in me being able to stay, relevant for as long in this market. So that's the biggest factor. And not only relationships, but like making the proper decisions at the right time, depending on what the market is doing,
Right.
Like some people like kind of play checkers with it, but your reputation is something you definitely got to play chess with, So
Absolutely.
that's been monumental to have those guys help me out. So
Nice.
Nah. And you spreaded that downwards, or I mean, you've been the
Oh,
leader
yeah.
for me, bro. Like ever since I met you through RC, I want to say, because I think you've known RC longer than me. You've been nothing but just supportive.
Oh yeah.
The conversations that we've had and stuff like that, like you've been keeping it real with me from day one about,
Yeah.
hey, like stay over there, like stay doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Some sound advice.
nah, I mean, no facts. I mean, you were keeping it real with me from day one, bro. Because the way I came up, like from the hookah lounge scene,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing every hookah lounge known to man out here in Phoenix, and then finally cracking into Midlab thanks to people like Chris Villa,
Yeah.
who's been a mentor to me, and then the Robbie Robs and the DJ Tigers and stuff
Yeah.
like that, bro. There's a lot of proud minority DJs
Yeah.
out here in the city of Phoenix, and
Holding it down, staples,
yeah,
absolute
man.
staples.
You're up there, bro.
It's crazy to think about, but I mean, yeah, I guess as long as I've been here, I've always envisioned myself compared to those guys as like a little brother. But everybody else that's been able to ask me for any information, I just remember how willing the guys that I mentioned were with their information.
Yeah.
And of course you got to gauge who you're talking to, and but you can also warn people they can do what they want to do with the information. And you can choose who you bring close to you, because of course you're going to be judged by your associations. You know what I'm saying? So I give information willingly. If I were to hoard it, it would kind of be almost like I'm fearful of competition. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of people, though. There's a lot of people, they don't want to help the newer generation come up on the rise.
I mean, like, if put it like this, it's shout out to my guy Drake. One of the things he said to me a long time ago, came up to me when I was just making like mixtape CDs. He said, "Innovate or die." Like that's the biggest thing in business, music, whatever. If you don't innovate, it's over. So when you handing out information, it's like, okay, that person's going to use it, but it's also going to force you to innovate. And if you don't innovate, it's a wrap. So what are you doing? I mean, there are some things that work, very easily and stand the test of time, but you still have to add a twist or a little bit to the flavor because the crowd will never stay the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to be relevant with everybody, and find a common ground with everybody, So, I mean, that's pretty much, what playing music is. As you analyze your crowd, you find a common ground that everybody will work with, regardless of age or region.
Right.
You just are constantly reading, and you need to be okay with learning stuff all the time. Right now, like, my kind of struggle is trying to figure out, like, if I want to organize my music like myself, like the long road of organizing thousands of songs, or like purchase, some software to help me do it. Like I'm on, but then I think about like some of my mentors that constantly talk about reinvesting, and I'm like, just save the time, man. Save the time and let it work for you, and do dynamic work, with assistance. So yeah, that's kind of my struggle right now for folks that are like in that range, trying to figure out what they want to do with their music. It's a big decision, because when you're in, like, I've seen you before, if you know your library intimately, it's a game changer,
Yeah.
Music changes like constantly now, like 2 weeks and a song could be gone. So nowadays, like, it's, I guess before you used to be able to have like, so many hits that people want to hear all night long.
Yeah.
Whereas now you have so many different crowds, so many different Spotify playlists. It's a little bit more of a challenge, but I mean that's the beauty of it, you know.
I just think the challenge nowadays when it comes to like music is we're now at a point to where there's a lot of new music and a lot of new artists and new sounds that like we might think are dope because we're always hungry. If you've been in the nightclubs or if you've been a DJ, you're a DJ, I'm a DJ, or C's a DJ. We've all you
At heart.
Yeah, at heart.
I'm not a DJ.
Oh, it's a
guys.
hypothetical.
Let's not. Yeah.
I was like, for real?
I started off as a DJ a long time
Okay,
ago,
once a DJ, always a DJ.
but
I don't know. I started off as a
no.
beat maker and I was terrible, and that's how this happened.
Yeah, all I'm saying is back when we first got to, you were the reason why I started DJing. Yeah, but I'm saying though, but like we starve for newer music. Like we starve to hear new shit because we get tired of hearing all the same stuff.
Yeah.
But now in the nightclubs, unfortunately, a lot of the newer music isn't club friendly and stuff like that. You know, like
definitely
it's
more car friendly.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
car
say.
friendly. So that's why people, but then people they get mad because we're still playing "Get Low" by Lil Jon, even though that song is older than maybe some of the people even in the club.
It's
and shit.
crazy to think, right? But
It still hits though. Don't blame us.
But that just goes to show, like, even if somebody says they have a problem with it, you just look at the result, right? I mean, you can call on your Too Short, you can call on your Juvenile. Meek Mill is, what's that song, almost close to 10 years old?
What, Dreams and Nightmares?
Yeah.
I think that song has to be at least 10.
You know,
It's
so
2023 now.
But with that, I mean, like, really, what does that say? Like, people have always starved for things that make them move, not necessarily make them want to, you know, scream the lyrics like intricately all the time. Like they want energy, you know. So that's why I say it's kind of a battle right now because you still see and hear people play classic music. And I'm by classic, I mean like 10 to 20 years old. Yeah. And people still rocking.
People love it. It doesn't hurt.
So basically, if I'm not mistaken, you're from Chicago, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about a lot of your mentors and people who led the way for you. So one of the questions I have for you was, who would you say, and I'm looking to be educated because I know who I think it is, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. Who would you say are the most influential musical artists out of Chicago?
Like all time?
Well, we'll go all time and then recent.
I mean, the first thing, R. Kelly.
And here we go.
I forgot he was even from.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say after that. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more even older than him, but his shadow over music is very vast. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, I would definitely say Kells. And then I mean, obviously, the genre that, you know, got more popularized was obviously drill. So and that would be more recent. So I mean, you're looking at Keith, FBG Duck, and Vaughn. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, as far
Dirk.
as Dirk, as far as recent and historics, but yeah.
Do we not? And I could be totally out of bounds, but is Kanye not necessarily?
Oh shit! I forgot about Kanye. Goddamn. How did I do that?
I was gonna say Fresh.
I mean, because
that's why I was like, I want to be educated because y'all obviously are in the.
So, I mean, because I guess Ye kind of reached that status to where it was like, you know, so kind of global. Right. You kind of forget a little bit. Right. But yeah, I mean, you could argue that his shadow could be bigger than Kells. You could argue that, you know. Yeah, they would be. I'm sure people would be like, "What? Kanye's way more iconic." But then, I mean, listen, late '90s, early 2000s, even up until like 2010, bro was writing, producing for so many different people, and nobody knew. Yeah. You know, the only way you can know is if you just kind of understand his sound. Like you can understand like Scott Storch sound, or you can understand like Lil Jon's sound, like in the early 2000s. Like if you could recognize it by that. Like I remember listening to Up in the Club by Marcus Houston, right? Like maybe nobody really remembers that song, but when it came out, I was like, man, I really like this beat, you know, like, but this doesn't sound like Marcus Houston can do this. no shade. But the way that as I listened to it more, I was like, oh, this is Kels, right?
Yeah.
So
are we not going to add Common to the list? Common's been a No, I mean, for me, not being from Chicago, like when I think of Chicago and I think of like influence,
I mean, Common obviously has a shadow, for sure. As far as influencing a style, I would say you can say so for sure, because that's a totally different genre of hip hop. I mean, you could go to. I mean, if we want to talk about everybody, I mean, we could talk about your Twisters and your Crucial Conflicts and your Psychodramas.
Oh, forgot about Twister. Damn it.
I think Psychodrama was actually pretty influential, and Twister was really influential because you're in that zone where now everybody wants to rap fast. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be, just as cool. And it was, for him, it was so great because he carved a lane that nobody could really follow. Like some people could try, but he was the one that could do it all the time.
Twister was up there. Like he had the rap game.
Yeah,
he had it for a minute. And like when he did like the stuff with Do or Die and stuff like that. Like,
Speed Not Mobsters. But Adrenaline Rush was, I mean, that was iconic.
Yeah.
Adrenaline Rush was iconic. Like you couldn't go anywhere without hearing people bump that bass line. Like that was incredible. And I think like a lot of people do, he should have gotten, his chance commercially long before that season with Kanye and everything. And I mean, obviously he's had other hits and everything, but should have been always getting his due because he was so rare. I mean, obviously you had Bone.
I was gonna say,
who kind of had that flow, but they were very harmonious. No. But I'm just saying, as far as the ability to be able to flow as fast, people be able to understand what you were saying, and it be coherent and it work with the music, not you just trying to force it, But yeah, he definitely carved his own lane to where he could do that all the time, and nobody could really follow him. Like you could see people do it in spurts.
Yeah.
And you wonder if it worked for them, but not as much as it worked for Twisted. That was definitely his zone. So for him, I'm always glad. And every time he comes out here, he's super cool. He's been coming out here for a while. So
no, he's OG.
I think with Twister, I be wondering why he doesn't still hop on nowadays songs, especially like R&B joints. Because Twister on like a Bryson Tiller song or Twister on like a Brent Faiyaz would be crazy, bro. Like,
No Guidance.
Like Twister would go crazy on all that.
What's that song? Chris Brown with the Under the Influence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Even if he would have just got on this the Wetter remix with Beyonce, because she uses the Wetter beat. So if he was on there,
and that's an official remix, right? Like that's the one you can go to like Apple and hear that beat of her song.
Yeah, somebody just asked me for that at brunch, and I was like, you know that? Because sometimes we just think like what comes on in the record pools is like, we got that, y'all don't got that shit. But
we always think we ahead of the curve. So I want to ask you real quick, bro. So talking about your past and kind of how you came up in the game and who influenced you, what are some of your goals you have going forward, either this year or possibly next year? Like, what are some of the things that you're kind of invested on or what's taking up most of your time right now?
DJ wise, I want to develop, a Sunday event that's like, it's a little classy, you know, and everybody just feels, at ease. They feel encouraged to be fly about it. I feel like with such a melting pot of folks coming into Phoenix and not as many people being from here, everybody has their own individual styles for where they come from geographically. And so I just want to encourage folks to, get fly even though it's hot.
That's the hard part about getting fly.
No. Fly means you're probably going to sweat.
But I mean, to adapt to the weather, but still, still step out on them, in addition to DJing in other markets such as Houston, Dallas, Toronto, and New York. Those are the things that I want to put together this year. And then just outside of DJing, as some people know, I run a SMM social media marketing company.
Right.
And so basically growing that to double the clients. Right now, all of my clients happen to be Black-owned businesses. It wasn't like designed that way.
Right.
Well, I mean, it was, but it was, the model is always able to satisfy everybody. Yeah. But the idea with that was I just always saw the MTV Music Awards and how great the graphics were and how clean it was. And I always felt like our business owners wear so many hats and maybe not necessarily have the seed money to also pay somebody else to assist them with that. Yeah. And so I wanted to be able to give them, those kinds of graphics, those kinds of thought processes, and just kind of relieve them of those things to have to think about. Because every business owner is not a creative. Right. And so it can cause them a lot of brain power to try and put that kind of stuff together. So I just wanted to make sure to be able to create something like that for my community. But once I started to do well at it, I was like, well, I mean, shoot, everybody got money, so.
Yeah. I think that's really cool, bro. And also, if you need somebody to go with you to Toronto, I do got like $75 in Canadian bucks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I could buy us and maybe a dinner out there. I don't know how far that can get us.
We're gonna keep a little running tab on how many times you mention dollar amounts and money.
What you talking about when I keep talking about all my Canadian? Yo, Canadians love me, bro. They were, you know what I'm saying? I know. Hey,
isn't their dollar worth more than ours?
Probably.
How far is that 75 gonna go?
More than
78.
Okay.
78. Look, man, I'm just saying it's really cool and everything you got going on. Just your style has been very unique to your own. You've always been known as a solid stand-up dude in the city.
Thank you, man.
And stuff like that.
Very valuable. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
And shout out to Ramses. My bad. Oh, my God. Ramses Ja. Definitely. Appreciate you, brother.
Ramses
and Q Ward. Yeah. They are doing amazing things.
Love those guys.
As far as their show, and definitely even Bootleg Kev. These guys are doing incredible things with their shows and their DJing, so they're also definitely influential. So,
but love to have those guys on at some point in time.
Absolutely.
Bootleg Kev has been, of course, a staple in the city too.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? 11-11 going crazy, so it's been all love on that front, man.
I got some old beef to talk about Bootleg Kev with.
Look, number one, we're gonna need.
He don't even remember.
We're gonna need Jello here.
I'm
gonna
bring it up. He won't remember me, but I'll bring it up. I actually just want to know what he really thought. Like,
he ain't gonna remember that from 12 years ago.
He didn't think
maybe not 12 years ago. Maybe
we're
like
gonna have to see
8 years ago.
That's funny.
I mean, I remember like it was yesterday too, but we're just gonna
Can we elaborate?
You want to elaborate? You want to do it now?
I mean, I just want to know.
Just dip your toe in.
He's
what
like the short version.
Just so we know it's not real beef. He's not talking about real beef.
Is it not real beef? I'm just.
It's
not real beef.
I'm just curious because back in the day, so when I was doing music heavy in the city, I was like doing shows consistently, popping out. I remember I caught him at this. It was like a
pyramid scheme seminar.
Yeah, it looked like one of them type.
But he was just DJing.
He was just DJing.
Oh, okay, whoa.
He wasn't over here.
I was like, I've been there before.
He wasn't trying to sell Herbalife or anything like that. He was just DJing the event.
He was just DJing.
Yeah.
But what was you doing there?
No, straight up. The only reason I was there was for Bootleg.
Okay.
I literally was
like you knew
we found out where
there.
he was going to be at. I don't even remember how.
Okay.
Yeah, we found out.
And then we literally I walked up, like introduced myself, gave him my mixtape, and then
a physical mixtape.
Yeah, like a physical mixtape. This was a while.
It was like 2014, bro.
Strike two.
I was still
Is
using
that a
CDs.
strike too?
Bro, I was
Wait,
like,
what kind of mixtape? Was it like a DJ mixtape?
Yeah, man, I'm playing.
It was it was a.
We had
like
a rap
my
song,
Fresh.
me, Artie, our boy Tariq, and our other boy Gibby. We had a rap group
did not know this.
We had a group called the Rena, short for Renegades, and Artie and Tariq, they were the rappers, and then me and Gibby were the DJs.
Okay.
We were managed by my boy Chi-Town John. What up, John? And we went to the seminar because we know our music was actually good. It's still on SoundCloud. Like, it's still on Artie's SoundCloud.
We still have I think we still have the #1 highest viewed cipher from Arizona.
And the Arizona Cypher too. That they did too. So
it's at 100K.
Yeah. So yeah. Long story short, Kev was there. We thought
Mumbles is like, hold up.
Didn't you produce that?
No.
Oh,
He like, don't put me in that.
Nah, Gibby.
Mumbles, you were a myth to me back then. All I ever did was just hear about you, bro. You were just
those
a legend.
100K streams. Is it like the 100K streams that like rappers come up and tell you about? When you,
No, it's
when
on
you
YouTube.
DJing, like, play my song, dog. It's got 100K streams.
It's on YouTube.
It's on you. You know, we could
Or 100K views.
100K views on YouTube.
So y'all staked out. Y'all found Kev.
Yeah.
You ran up on him with the physical.
Ran up.
We stayed there for 30 minutes just waiting for an opening. We gave it to him like, hey, bro, just check us out. And we had like our name on it. He was like, all right, cool. And that was just all he said was like, all right, cool. So then the next day.
He said, all right, cool. I'm gonna check it out.
There you go.
And then I found it in the parking lot. No, I'm just playing.
No.
With a hustle and flow.
I know we found him in the bathroom pissing on it. I'm joking.
I just always
Skinny, man.
That was just always like back because I was a kid. Like, bro, I was like 19. When I did that. So I was like,
And that's pretty ambitious, you know?
yeah.
We had to take a shot, but I think so. Like the next day, and we don't know if this is related or not, but Kev posted a meme on his IG, and it was a meme of Jesus with like a bunch of little kids around him, and the comment said, "No, Tyrone, I would not be listening to your mixtape."
The next day?
Literally the next day or so. Like that was like his next post.
Subliminal.
And then as a 19-year-old hothead,
That was your villain origin story.
I was like, this city don't give a fuck about me. Like, I was on some real shit. That's why I came out with all that like harder shit right after.
I'm sure it wasn't personal though. I'm sure at that time he probably had droves of people coming up to him trying to get put on.
But
not that y'all wasn't nice, because I know not that y'all wasn't nice, but I mean, how can you really think that's
Did you tell
personal?
him that you had been waiting and you came there specifically for him?
No, because it was still like in the middle of the seminar, so we had to like whisper it and like hustle up out of there.
Why y'all didn't wait to the end of the joint?
Because we didn't want to stay for 3 hours on some pyramid
there you
scheme
go.
bullshit.
There you go.
Why even go?
So we could give him our mixtape.
I think I had work that night. I worked at
Was
Texas
anybody off that night?
Texas Row House.
I don't think I was.
Whoever
working.
was off should have stayed the whole 3 hours.
Texas Row House.
Kev didn't care about being there. He was just there for a bag.
Listen, if you would have told Kev, hey, I did not come up here for this I came up here for you.
To see you.
That's
I
what we
stayed.
did come up there for. We didn't bring a mixtape and
Did
like,
you
we didn't
tell
have it in
him?
our back pocket
But
for
if
no
you don't
reason.
slide
If
it
you
to him in
would've-
the middle of a 5-minute intermission,
Right.
Bro,
Like,
we
no,
was
no,
kids. But like I was 19, bro. You think I knew how to market myself? You
No,
know what I'm saying? I was
fair.
like,
That's
You just had to
I
sit
was
your
like,
ass
hey,
down.
what's up?
That's-
Look.
y'all had the wherewithal
I rap.
and the
Boom,
ambition
dropped
though to do to
yeah,
show
but
up.
I needed the, you know what I'm saying?
They said I can't sit
I
still
feel
this
like, you
long.
know what? Real shit. It wasn't a bad, like, but the reality is every time you do something like that, it's not always going to work out. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, but it just the coincidence and the timing of like the meme when we gave it to him.
No, that was definitely
fell
y'all. That was definitely y'all.
Yeah,
That was definitely y'all. That was definitely y'all.
Jello would have been like,
No doubt about it.
No,
No doubt about it. That was y'all.
Damn, dog.
Because look,
That
I
was
love Kev, and I don't know him on that level, but I've seen Kev. Hey, you know, buddy could be.
And
like,
he's a funny guy. So
yeah,
that was
he
y'all,
is,
for
and
sure.
you know, hey, the pettiness, it just is what it is.
I mean, the
Respectfully.
probability of it being a coincidence is. Whew.
But maybe, what if y'all was like the 5th or 6th people that week that gave him a physical CD?
That's also
You could be
possible.
right.
Yeah, maybe he actually felt like, yo, dog, this again? Who is sending y'all? Like, maybe. That's possible. It wasn't personal.
But that should be a compliment to Kev, knowing that, hey, people really think that I could be the
Hell
one to
yeah.
like make him or break him and stuff. 'Cause you was working with like Collins and Vita Rula and stuff like that. So
100%.
yeah, but no, I was salty. I'm not gonna lie. I held it personally.
So you did take it personal.
I did a little bit.
I think we had the song though on the tape though, on that one that we gave him, we had the song with Vita Rula on it though.
it didn't matter.
He was like, I don't care.
Yeah, he's like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
care. He's
Never
like,
mind,
well,
no, not on that
He
one.
listened.
I'm
No, he
tripping.
skipped
I'm
the
not-
V's verse and then he turned it off.
Damn.
I'm
That's
joking. I don't know if
crazy.
he even listened to it.
well,
Hey,
at
shouts
least
out V, man. How
at
you
least it
been?
didn't come to like throwing hands.
Nah.
And speaking of throwing hands,
Oh,
Good job.
Yeah.
Don't bask.
There was a fight this weekend.
Good
Damn
job.
it.
There was a fight this
job.
weekend
You
got
that
me
took
good.
place in Las Vegas. You know, prime time ticket.
He's layering it
Tank-
right now.
Tank Davis.
He's layering it.
And
layering
Ryan
it?
Garcia.
Garcia.
It was
What
very
is he
smooth.
Yeah, man. RC.
It was the fight to decide the face of boxing.
Hey.
That's what we all thought it was gonna be. It was a big.
No, that's what you thought it was going to be. Everybody else
I just
knew the
wanted
outcome.
Ryan to win because I was going for the underdog. All right, everybody goes that way. I went the other way, and
That's
I paid
fair.
the price.
That's fair.
All right, it was a fight. Tank Davis kidney shot and ended it in the 7th round. Knocked him down already. I thought Ryan had it. I thought after he got knocked down, I was like, all right, now he mad. His hair's all fucked up. Now he's angry. All right.
Fresh, did you watch the fight?
No, I was working, but I mean, obviously, like everybody else, I saw, the aftermath, and yeah, I mean, after the first knockdown, I didn't really fear for Tank.
No.
It didn't look like he could really get hurt. It looked like he could get shocked or surprised, but just like the fight before with the uppercut, it just looked like he was like, okay, when my shot comes, it's over.
Tank got an unfair advantage though.
How?
Because he's
Because he's a better-
5'4", and like Ryan had to punch. Ryan's 5'8", almost found out how to like punch down low key. Like it's tougher for a taller person to beat up a shorter person. So
Wait a
Tank
minute,
had
wait
to,
a
like,
minute.
That's the
Wait a minute.
first
Hold on.
time
Wait a minute.
I've ever
I've never
heard that
heard-
in my life.
Hey,
100%.
Is this
Hear
you
me out.
justifying
Going
you taking a bunch of L's in your life?
I'm
What are
just,
you-
I'm
saying?
calling the kettle a kettle.
The shorter guy has an advantage with
Yeah.
a shorter
No.
reach? No,
Bro,
dog.
that punch to the kidney, he didn't have to like maneuver down or up. That was just a straight up jab right to it was right in his wheelhouse.
I think you're thinking about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
He had to punch to the kidney because he's not in range. He's not in the same range to aim for the
he
head.
got
'cause
long
he's
arms
short.
though. He short.
Nah,
and
if you saw him
gassed.
swinging, there was times where he was missing because he didn't have the reach on him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
so
reach is huge.
once
That's why-
once he got in there, he knew what he was gonna do. Once because it was like, okay, I'm close. I got a sting right now, and
Well,
I didn't even see it at first.
Yeah,
I didn't even see it.
In real time, it was like you didn't even really know, and he just dropped. It was like, wait, what? How? What? And then when they hit the replay,
yeah,
Yeah.
it took Ryan like 10 seconds to realize what happened. Because he got hit and he's like, yeah, and then his body just started shutting down. He just like collapsed.
I think
And
he
then-
knew he got hit. I think he just thought like, I could tough this out, and then no.
Them liver-
Some people on my timeline think it's fake.
Of
Really?
course, there's always going to be that person that always sit there and be like, oh man, this shit's rigged. It's always going to be
Yeah.
those group of people.
Yeah,
But if you never been hit in the liver before, then that's one you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even just from like playing football, like I've gotten hit in the liver in a weird spot, and it has like a weird. It feels weird.
It just
it's like
shuts you
it's
down,
hard
or?
to explain because it's not even like it's not like a normal pain. Like it's like a. I can't really explain it.
dang.
I felt that too.
it's a
before.
paralyzing situation.
Yeah, it feels like it pulls the energy out of your body for a second.
The first time I ever had a shot of Henny went straight to my liver, bro. I fell out. I fell out right in the DJ booth.
But I don't even think I got hit like how he got hit.
Fresh, come on.
Hell no.
That hen dog, the first, I remember exactly where I was
Listen,
the first
I don't
time.
even drink it no more.
Yeah,
I just-
'cause that's a kidney
when
shot.
I see people buy those bottles of Hennessy, I be like, yo, you serious right now?
Right.
Like, I mean, yo, that's
A lot of people like it, but
it's just I mean, I'm older. It's a tough wake up call. It's a tough wake up call. I've actually shifted to vodka now. That's an easier wake up
Whoa,
call.
really?
Yeah. Everybody's hard on tequila right now. It's
don't say that to me.
I've been experimenting because I have to drink for brunch, right? Well,
Got
have
to.
have to.
No,
I
you
don't
got
have
to.
to.
You
but
have
It's
You
a-
ain't
it's a
got
pre-
to.
It's a prerequisite. You have
like, I mean, I'm
Mean the
I'm
same.
the battery for the brunch, so I got to I got to get in the zone. And I've tried whiskey, I've tried gin. It's great, by the way.
Do women buy you drinks?
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time when they offer, I'm just glad that they offered. Like the one thing I hate is
That's a
like,
genuine guy.
can you get me a drink?
Oh
Bitch.
hell no!
Like,
hell
no.
no.
I mean, I can, but don't ask me.
I beg
Like,
your
offer me a drink, and then I'll say, "Oh no, you good? I got you." But The entitlement.
Oh yeah.
See, no, what's worse than that is that when only women do it, but when dudes do it. Yo,
don't ever.
This dude last night, one of my bros. Well, like I can't even really. He's a friend. I can't call him a bro.
Associate.
I'm
now.
literally DJing in the middle of the club on a Sunday night. And he's like, "Hey, bro, man, do you want a drink or something?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. Like, you go get you a drink." He's like, "Well, honestly, I was trying to put on your tab." I was like, "Negro, what?"
No, you speeding.
The entitlement that comes with being associated to the DJ. Like I've just done cutoffs with that. Like if people like kind of expect like special treatment, like I just kind of excommunicate them or just don't answer their texts
I gotta stop
anymore.
taking requests, bro.
Oh my goodness,
bro. I had this. I'm just gonna say it. This white girl on Saturday, right? She came up.
That's enough said.
She came up to me on Saturday. She came to me on Saturday. I'm DJing and RC, you were there, and she was like, "Can you play?" I'm at Hefe, so it's like a predominantly hip hop nightclub, maybe a smidge of EDM, some reggaeton, and other shit, right? But it's not country. We don't want to play country.
No
reggaeton.
Reggaeton, some bad boony. And she was like, "Can you play a Dolly Parton like 9 to 5?" I'm like,
No.
Excuse me.
I'm like, like what? She was like, well, Dolly's kind of singing about like women empowerment,
Get the
Oh, she tried to hit you with that.
She did it.
Oh, she almost triggered me.
She
right
did
there.
it.
Say Fresh is triggered.
Is this gonna be the episode? Is this gonna be
Get out of here.
No, she really tried to hit
Get
you
out of
with
here.
that
How
angle,
empowered
though.
are you? How many free drinks did you get with your empowered app? Never mind. Let me shut up.
The women empowerment.
I'm like, what? Like working 9 to 5
I
is
don't give a damn.
And so I'm like, look, I can't do that. But what about like? She's like, what about Taylor Swift? I'm like, I can't really play T Swift. I'm like, look, what if I play Miley? Because Party in the USA, it does hit at
works.
the club. It works.
It works.
You know what she said to me? She said, Miley's not white enough.
No,
Oh
she
God,
didn't.
that's
No,
what
she
she
didn't.
said.
No, she didn't.
Chewy,
No,
hit the
she
hoo-ah,
didn't.
Chewy. That's what she said.
No, she
Miley
didn't.
is not white enough
White
for
enough?
her.
You know what you gotta
That
start
too.
doing?
She felt comfortable saying that to your black face?
Of course she did.
Yes.
It's 2023.
Excuse
Of course
me?
she did.
Yes. Artie, go ahead, Artie.
I said Aaron got to start doing this one because with the headset on and just go.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to
That's
practice.
exact-
Oh, shooing them away?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Well,
move.
usually I got security up there to like kind of like filter out the filth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I missed that part. I didn't know she was up there saying all that.
Yeah, that's why I was
It's
like,
not
oh.
white enough. Like,
What would you like? What?
please go to
Making my way downtown.
the KKK club. Down the street.
Yo.
Goddamn, that's wild. It's not white enough.
That's the shit I dealt with.
Damn. So
all
when you're
week.
in the car, are you like?
I won't
Like, is the playlist whitest of all time? Like, what?
That's crazy.
That's
Elton
wild.
John and I don't even know after that.
I feel like Elton John's.
Elton John wouldn't even be on the whitest of all time. It'd be like maybe like I don't know, like some Elvis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elvis ain't white. He stole all his music from black people.
He did, but that's kind of
That kind of makes
a
it.
white
That's why
thing.
they
Oh, see, that did it. That did it. I'm named after Elvis. That's just Aaron was his middle name.
poor guy.
damn.
Poor guy.
proud of
Yeah,
that.
so that's the type of shit I've been
That's
dealing
wild.
with.
That's wild. I have some.
Give me one story. Go ahead, real, before you get to the hot cues. Give me one story.
The gentleman I work with at the clubs that I work with and the nightclubs that I'm at normally is kind of like predominantly black, but
Yeah.
the gentlemen know that white girls in a DJ booth can be kind of annoying. So I have a couple of booths, a couple of videos where they're purposely sending white women my way.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
funny.
They already have the camera on me when they come up, and I have one where she's like tapping me on the shoulder, and you can already tell she's kind of timid. Which I mean that's cool, but I'm in the zone, like I'm DJing, and in the hip hop club, you got to be your songs got to be swift. You ain't staying for long, so any interruption must be met with some kind of currency, right?
Yeah.
So like, don't try to talk my ear off. It's like, please don't do that.
That's the worst.
Don't tell me about your story or anything. You could do that afterwards, or at least bring me a drink or something like that. But trying to talk to me for a long time as if DJing is not a moment where I'm doing 10 things in my brain at once is kind of a disrespect to the craft, right?
Yeah.
So
100%.
she's a little timid, and I guess I appreciate that part, but she's definitely tapping me on the shoulder, asking me for some silly request. and I don't even listen to her. I just kind of look at her and then look down at her and look up, and then I turn around because I know somebody sent her, and I look back and they got all the cameras on it and they are cracking up, and I'm just like,
what'd she ask you for?
I can't remember, but it was something white, and I was just like,
It was something white.
What did she ask you for, like some little baby type shit?
you know, I do get a lot of like white girls asking for the gutterest of songs.
Yeah,
Bro, I had this white girl
I've seen
ask
it.
me for like Babyface Ray in the middle of like the club. I didn't trust her. I'm like, I don't know if I trust you.
They ask you for songs like that nobody's heard. You
Yeah,
know,
you
like,
know,
it's like, how did you even?
You know how they.
Oh,
Come on, bro. You know how they do it.
I was just like, he sent this to me via text.
It's locked in her heart.
Hey,
Wow.
That's her favorite song.
one of my favorite Freshmaker memories. We've had the pleasure of working together on certain nights throughout the years, dating back to like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, like
about.
2015. Yeah.
And I cannot remember the Super Bowl, but there was one Super Bowl where Tom Brady and the Patriots lost.
Oh yes.
And we was in the club,
So great.
and my man stood on the highest thing he could stand on
yes.
with the microphone and chanted to the beat, "Fuck Tom Brady."
No,
Fuck
actually,
Tom Brady.
I
Fuck
said,
Tom
if
Brady."
you're in here with your day one, put your arm around your day one right now and say, "Fuck Tom Brady, fuck Tom Brady, fuck Tom Brady, fuck Tom Brady." The whole
That
club
moment,
was screaming that shit, right?
that was top three
in
moments
the video,
of all
I'll
time.
post it again. In the video, I'm saying white so many times, it's great.
Too late.
His white girl's right next to me, and I think she's videoing me.
Yeah.
And she's like, once I say what I'm gonna say, and she realizes, she's like, "Whoa, okay, whatever." And I'm like, I don't even hear her, but I hear her in the video later, and I'm like, I mean, shorty, they lost.
Hey, yeah.
You know, like, and it's a bunch of Eagles people in here, and fuck Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey.
you know.
Even
Bro,
though
I mean,
that was
shout,
top three moments.
hey, give him his props. He is the most Super Bowl winningest quarterback.
man, fuck Tom Brady. But I do respect Tom Brady more because he played for Tampa Bay. I felt like him in New England was just too much clam chowder. I just didn't like that
I
that
think
combination.
It was too much clam chowder.
I didn't like that.
The Raiders game, ever since the Raiders game, I've just been like, what? Tuck. Ever since that, I've been rooting against the Patriots and Tom. Ever since that Tuck rule, I was like, yo, they change any rule for this dude.
Oh,
you
know
know?
they did.
Is that,
So
is that a like if there's too many white folk
A
in one place,
euphemism?
is that called clam chowder? Is that what
You
that
can use
is?
wow,
You can
I've
use
never,
Hell no.
I've never heard that.
I'll give it to you. Take it.
I'm a you know,
All
that
right.
little list they got on TikTok. They gonna have to put that in there, man.
Hey, I want my credit though. Chewy, write that down. Write it down. That
All
I
right,
said,
talk about basking in it.
I got you.
You damn right I'm basking in it.
Sorry, man.
Gosh, that's funny
part
as hell.
white.
All right, so now we're gonna get into.
Somebody's gonna have
Iceland.
somebody gonna put a reel together with a counter like how many times these dudes said white.
For real,
Get Dr. Umar on here.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'll
crazy.
be you, Dr. Umar, and Jello, bro.
Oh my
Like,
god,
and us. Please,
I would just want to be there.
Man.
please. We're gonna go in and get into hot cues. Once again, sponsored by Smoke Charlie's RC. If you kind of want to talk about our sponsor,
Yes, sir. So this segment of the podcast is Hot Cues, sponsored by Smoke Charlie's. Please follow them on Instagram at Smoke Charlie's. Everything is spelled just as it is. Obviously, you can see we got Charlie's right here. They specialize in premium pre-rolls. No shake, no bullshit, just premium fire pre-rolls. Check them out. Look for them in your nearest dispensary and support them by following them, looking for them in your nearest dispensary. And, yeah, they are sponsoring this next segment coming up, Hot Cues.
Yes, sir. Our first official sponsor. Once again, we love them. So, and today in the hot queue, what we got for y'all, number one is going to be a Jonathan Majors update. So, I don't know how up you might have been on the situation going on with Mr. Jonathan Majors, but we all thought it was going to get blown. We all thought it was blown out of proportion with the accusations made against him.
Right.
But yet he's still getting dropped from almost everything. His PR firm dropped him. He's lost.
Didn't he have proof that he didn't do it?
I thought he did. I thought he was found to be innocent of the charges that were standing against him, but
Yeah.
yet he's still losing everything and a lot of different ads and companies that were going to be associated with him. Like, this man was literally probably one of the hottest actors in the entire game.
He was
30
on the
seconds.
rise. He was on the rise.
Yeah,
going
it was.
straight
I
up.
mean, whatchamacallit, what was the name of that? Lovecraft Country?
Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing show.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good, they was like, y'all can't have another season. Like,
we
they
ain't do it yet.
cut it. Like,
You know, like, oh, hell,
Damn.
oh, no, you don't.
it was like if Living Single came out after Friends, right? They was like, oh, no, we got to cut this.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So from that, then to the Marvel success. Obviously, he's had success in between there, and then Creed 3.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Wasn't he in that Western movie?
Yeah, there was a
Harder They
Western.
Fall?
There was like where there were pilots.
Yeah, the
like
pilot.
an aerial
What's
movie.
it called? Devotion.
Devotion.
Okay.
And I mean, this is all in the last. We talking in the
Yeah,
last
he was
3
going
years
crazy.
or so.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I think
and,
it's like The Last Man in San Francisco or something like that.
yeah, that too. Yep.
Yeah, he was going
Yep.
crazy. And I mean, all quality work, too.
Yeah,
All quality
yeah,
work.
yeah. No slouches and stuff like that.
Do you think it would be possible for like charges not to be able to be brought up publicly? Like, what if that was a thing? Like, because you think about people, because it's charges. It's not like he's been convicted. There's a difference, people.
Right.
There's a huge difference between charges and convicted. That, like, do you think there would be a way where we could keep people from knowing about people's charges until they're actually convicted of a crime?
No, I think
Because the goal is I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
The goal is to, because the currency that you have as a guy is that you really can't change is your reputation. Right. So that's like the liver shot, I guess. You know, like you can't really bounce back from that. Johnny Depp, you know, like completely vindicated. Can't get none of that money back. None of that Pirates of the Caribbean is coming back. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I heard that he was going to be in the next Pirates.
Is he?
Though.
My
That's
bad.
what I heard. No, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard that they were gearing up for him to come back.
That'd be great.
Yeah?
That'd be great.
Because the Amber Heard got made, she was like the
But she had to be like batshit crazy.
She
in order
was
for that to happen.
batshit crazy. She was
Like-
shitting in the bed. Shitting in the bed.
That's a saying. And
Literally.
she literally
Crazy.
did it.
But
Yeah.
is it his? Was that his wife or just his girlfriend?
Why?
I think they were married.
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
maybe like Hollywood married.
Is he? Does he bear some responsibility for choosing her?
I mean, yeah, but you don't. But he didn't. I don't
He
think.
doesn't anticipate shit in the bed.
I don't
Okay.
think he
I don't
did.
think
I don't think he's
anybody
like, you know what? She might literally poop in this bed. So I have to be. I don't think anybody goes into a relationship like that.
Okay.
Yeah. She was sexy as hell in Aquaman. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't think she was gonna be that crazy. Hey man, look.
Survey
all right?
says.
Wait, what?
So I think we here at the pod, we hope whatever the case is going on, we hope if Jonathan is truly innocent, then he's innocent. If he can get some of his money back, because losing everything in that fashion.
Well, I just let me go on record saying it's not looking good. Whether he is innocent or not, you know, that's going to play out, but it's not looking good. And then multiple people have come out now that's saying that this is a pattern. And the problem, back to your question of if we can ever get to a point where you don't know about someone's charges until they're found guilty. That would be great, but that's just like not really. I don't ever see. And but that is kind of like an oxymoron, because how are you expected to have a fair trial if the court of public opinion has already found you guilty on all this stuff, and all you see in the media is like, this is what he did, this is what he did, and then now you're a juror in that trial, and you thinking about your Instagram feed or what you saw on whatever, and that's playing a part, and that makes it harder for people to get a fair shake in the justice system.
Yeah,
man. Unfortunately, we're in a time now where the whole innocent till proven guilty is no longer valid. Like, as soon as somebody says anything about you, like, you're guilty,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's my issue, and that's why I brought that up, because just one example that I can think of off the top of my head is he's a white dude, but he has really good music. His name is Rex Orange County. I don't know if you've heard of Rex Orange County, but
I don't know what him being white has to do.
Well, I'm just saying. I just wanted to get the numbers up. We were at like 112.
We need a white counter.
He literally he got accused, or he got charged with sexual assault, but all the charges have been dropped. But in the meantime, like, he was dropped off everything. I remember people going on, like, girls was on TikTok crying, like, I can't believe you're my favorite artist. I can't believe you did this. But he didn't do it.
He's found
though.
innocent.
But also, I think that maybe the easiest way to somewhat quell this is just being clear with people to make them understand that a charge is not proof of guilt. A charge
It's not
is
a
a
conviction.
charge. It's
But
not
people
a
don't care
conviction.
though, bro.
People don't care.
People don't care. As soon as, because so many times if somebody's been charged with something and like we gave them the benefit and it came out to be no, they actually did it. Like who all thought Bill Cosby did everything that he was accused of doing until like okay, yeah, he did some shit.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
listen, you ain't.
I'm just saying though, like there's been like we
Listen.
see him as like, oh, that's the TV dad.
If you at the top of the game
Yeah.
and you a brother, there's gonna be a barrage of people coming at you towards the end to make sure that you can't have your walk off into the sunset. Like Eddie Griffin said, you don't get out clean, especially if you're at the top of the game. They tried to get everybody. They tried to get Usher.
Yeah.
They own Chris Brown for 20 years.
Damn.
And nobody ever says, which he got beat up and slapped too. Obviously, you don't want to say like, oh, Chris Brown's innocent. No, he's not innocent, right? But if you're a brother and you in this game, you will not get out clean. So when it comes out, Tiger Woods, even though it's kind of like, he'll be like, I'm human, whatever. All right. But you're not going to get out clean. And because of that, I look at quite a bit of allegations, especially when it seems like it's like civil, I want some money or I already tried to get some money out of you. The least I can do is be skeptical about it.
Yeah.
And be like, and to this day, I have it favorited in my phone. There's a young lady reading a cue card after Cosby is convicted. She's reading a cue card on the news, and when she can't read it anymore, she just starts fake crying.
Damn. What?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. You gonna see it. You'll be like, what?
Damn.
Listen, I'll pull it up right now.
Oh
man.
shit.
Hopefully, I can y'all can continue.
No,
but
but yeah, like I
it's in my
I
favorites.
agree with all of that. I'm just like, man, I look at it like, obviously I don't think that maybe not any of us at this current point in time are at the level to make changes to at that extent. But I'm like, that's something I was thinking about a lot recently. It's just like, man, a lot of the times these charges are what's like ruining people's lives. And maybe if they actually did it, then sure.
Right.
But let people go through the judicial system that we have in place to filter that.
Artie,
Yeah.
I think you're asking for too much patience and maturity.
Yeah,
but
in my
country that
for
we're
too
in,
much?
yes.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
from the
But
times
what's
we're in,
necessary?
yes.
But I'll even take
Absolutely.
it a step further than that. It don't even got to get to a charge, just an allegation.
But
Right.
I don't think
Like,
it's ever been
allegations.
that mature.
Somebody could just come out and say something, and without it even being picked up by the local law enforcement, just the allegation alone can lead
Right.
to.
But that's just what it is, bro.
Exactly.
Companies find it a lot easier just to. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. We're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna send it to you so we can see this video. Her eyes.
Look at her eyes.
Yeah. No, so that's a fake cry. We have to post that up a little bit later. But it's just companies find that just a lot easier just to cut ties and not worry about dealing with supporting somebody rather than saying around and hoping that they are innocent. But yeah, we hope whatever happens, all parties find peace in whatever's going on with this. And Jonathan,
Peace, justice.
justice too. But
If he
Jonathan,
ain't do
bro,
nothing,
if
put
you
that girl
lose
in
Marvel,
jail.
it's a wrap.
Well, they already
He hasn't lost Marvel yet.
no, not yet, but they're already auditioning his part.
crazy.
Shit, then it's over.
Yeah.
All right,
insane.
next hot cue number 2, because we remember hot cue's got to be quick.
yeah,
But hey,
my
bad.
no, you're right. Those are good points. All very good points. Number 2, Phil Jackson.
Now, he was wilding.
What did he say?
So what happened?
RC, you want to take this one?
Okay, so this is coming from Jalen Rose. He went on his platform to address some things that Phil Jackson had to say. I'm going to just sum it up for y'all. Basically, Phil Jackson said that after the NBA did the bubble in 2020, he no longer watches the NBA, hasn't seen a single NBA game since the bubble because they chose to put different like slogans and different phrases on the backs of the jerseys, such as equality, world peace, Black Lives Matter, this ends now, or just different things like that. He was so upset by that notion of the NBA allowing players to basically stand for what they wanted to stand for in that time, that he said he literally has not watched another NBA game since. He doesn't want the game to be politicized. Yeah. And he just basically is like employing people to not watch the NBA because they're actually standing for, you know, the people that they employ, basically.
They don't want their politics mixing with the sports. If we remember during that time, that was when that man in Wisconsin, I want to say his last name was Blake, when he got shot during when the NBA when they were in the bubble. He didn't get killed, but he got shot a few times by the police. I think he was sitting in his, whatever the case was, but we found it to be unjustified. And that's when I think the Bucks, like, didn't they protest and they didn't, like, play a game?
They didn't play, yeah.
Yeah, so. But for Phil to say that, like, Phil, you've literally coached nothing but black men. They're the ones who made you relevant because you damn sure won a great NBA player.
No, I mean, not even that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you were alive, you know, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali all
seen some shit.
Came to sit down and speak at a press conference about the treatment of black people in the country. That was even a bigger moment, you know, like you were alive for that. That was even more politics in sports than just putting someone on the back of a jersey. Like that was I mean, not to say that moment wasn't serious either, but you were talking about a space where, you know, you couldn't really say what you wanted to say. Only so many people could play in the league. You had so much more overt racism because there's not really cameras around like there is today. So you're alive for that. He may have even been alive for Jackie Robinson. Like, what are we talking about here?
And this is Phil Jackson, one of the most winningest coaches in the NBA.
Yeah.
I guess my thing is, like, did they ask him about, was it inspired by any type of race situation?
So
yeah,
I'm gonna read a quote. Phil Jackson says he hasn't watched the NBA since the bubble, and then this is quoting Phil Jackson right here. They even had slogans on the floor and the baseline. It was trying to bring a certain audience to the game, and they didn't know it was turning off other people. People want to see sports as non-political. End quote.
Shut up and dribble.
Literally.
Man, see, I'm here. I'm getting where y'all could get that from, but I'm also getting to, like, just there is a level of, okay, let's keep this a game for everybody. Let the players individually say whatever they want to. But then also it comes to this, then is there a limit of what can be put as a slogan? Like if a player wanted to come out with, I'm just being the devil's advocate here, Make America Great Again on their jersey. Is that okay? Or
they had it everywhere anyway.
Well, I'm just saying.
Did
like,
Phil say something about that?
Yeah, I'm like, and that's.
I don't want to drive cars anymore because I see that
Phil
bumper
say
sticker.
Something about that, or like, I guess my thing is like, maybe because I'm in between, right?
No.
I gotta be like, I'm trying to be like,
wait, in between what?
Black and white.
I'm mixed. You know what I'm saying?
But
I know that white people aren't evil, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying
that.
Whoa. 14 episodes, huh?
I understand how somebody.
What is this podcast about again?
I don't know. We just
go ahead, RZ,
but I'm just saying it's a bit of a luxury to be like, hey, turn that, like, yeah, you have to live through this and y'all got to deal with this and your community.
But I don't want to watch that on TV.
First, second, and third degree connections of your life. But I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. That's a luxury that you have to be able to flip it on and care when you want to care and not.
It's called being disingenuous and out of touch.
Yeah.
So, I don't really care. I care for what you can do for me.
Yeah.
I care, just like when we go back to people who are entitled to the DJ booth. I want you to get me in. I want you to get me drinks. I want you to play basketball for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear your mouth.
You know what? I agree with y'all. It's stupid. Let people let them play.
Well, that was a turnaround.
Hey,
well, I mean, because the entitlement
you know
is
me.
there.
I'm not
know?
going to sit on. I'm not going. I'm not.
All I'm saying is, bro, that's the
up.
same type of shit that people got mad about Kaepernick for. It's because he mixed his politics with their football. Even though he didn't hit nobody, he didn't cuss nobody out. All he did was sit down. And he chose to voice his opinion in his own way.
I think I got blown way out of proportion. That was real.
Yeah, it got blown. Because Marshawn Lynch did the same thing, and you didn't hear nobody else talking about Marshawn. Marshawn sat out for the anthem.
Because they already didn't like. I guess they accepted Marshawn as the rebellious black man, right? And they already decided that they were going to try and make sure that he wasn't the face of the league, right?
Well, Colin lost everything in a heap too. I mean, we can get into that type of shit.
I mean,
but it's just,
Colin had like a Cinderella kind of story, you know. So it was like, oh, we're rooting for you. We were all rooting for you, and now you do something we don't like. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, now you're gonna protest, and how dare you ruin my 2 hours of football?
Yeah,
but
regardless if you
like,
agree with it or not.
Yeah.
But I see what y'all was saying, because like they're looking at it like, oh, don't mix politics with my football or my basketball, whatever. But actually, that's the individual's choice to cross those things over. You don't have to acknowledge anything anybody else does. Yeah. Somebody could be sitting right here with the "fuck you" N-word shirt, and I could be like, I could acknowledge it if I want to or if not. Right. But if let's say I'm handling my business, I don't give a shit what you got going on, bro. Or I'm paid money to see a game. I don't care what they do.
Who's the football player that like absolutely loves Trump and like is outwardly about it?
Which one?
I don't know.
Wait, was it? I don't want to say a name. I don't want to be wrong.
Right. Me too.
Wait. Was it Bosa? Was it Nick?
Bosa.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Nick Bosa.
I mean, you know, like ain't nobody saying like, you know, I imagine there are a large crowd of people that don't agree with him that watch football.
Right.
They're not they're not saying like, you know, I'm not going to watch the league or I'm not going to support the 49ers or don't support the 49ers or Nick Bosa's such a bad guy. Like it hardly stayed in,
because I feel like we know what type of fan the NFL is really catered for. You know what I'm saying? And also who owns the leagues? Who runs the leagues? Like who owns these leagues?
So at that point it just shows that it's disingenuous. Like it's only half-hearted. It's not both sides.
Yeah.
That's why there's a book that's called $1 Million Slaves, because even though these guys are worth millions of dollars and they have all these different ads and promos and everything like that, and you see them, as soon as they voice their opinion and act like they're human for once.
Don Lemon.
Well, yeah, that's some other shit too.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, Don Lemon got buck one time, and it was like,
I didn't see that
out of here
at all.
Get out.
I just saw that today.
I seen that.
I just thought it was whack how one of the most winningest coaches in NBA history got all the rings. Literally has coached some of the top talent. Michael Jordan,
Shaq, Kobe,
That don't mean,
Kobe.
that don't mean nothing to me. Like
no. It's
I
just
always like you always have the capability of reverting back to your conditioning. Or taking the mask off. You know what I'm saying? Like we've never heard Phil say anything about, or at least not on like record to where it's very popularized to where he's been like standing up for anything else. Maybe you heard that from Popovich, you know, more often than not. Yeah. But you know, we just know him as the Zen master, not to really, you know, be on any kind of racial side, or I mean, not that he has to, but I mean, that right there just basically shows like, listen, I want this part of it, but you can leave the rest of that.
Well, remember when he called LeBron and his group of people his posse, and LeBron did not like that shit. LeBron was
and
pissed.
I mean, he shouldn't have.
Yeah, so I mean, Phil, do better, bro. Hot Q number 3. Chance the Rapper was seen at was it Carnival?
Carnival.
Yeah, Carnival. Chance, a married man, right? He's still married, and in his last album, he said he loves his wife, but he was seen
catching a wine,
dirty whining in the middle of the street with a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? Or
Yeah.
I did not see it.
All right, I got you right now.
seen it.
Go ahead.
From what I understand, that's just a part of the culture. It's like shaking hands.
Yeah,
But he caught some flack because people on the internet, on the internet.
Who?
I want to say
probably
actually,
women.
I don't. Yeah, some single
Probably.
salties.
Okay, so here's my issue with that. And I told you I might jump out the window this time.
Here we
So
go.
a lot of the times we hear women say, oh, it's not a big deal if I go to the club and twerk on dudes and this and
Wait,
that.
we do hear that?
I hear that. Yeah. It's
Wow.
all right if I just dance with him, or I'm just out with my girls. Yeah. So it's like, okay, he was just out with doing his thing. He Chance the Rapper. But
Oh, sorry, I know.
But overall, I think here's the reality of that situation is, if him and his girl are happy, mind your motherfucking business.
Right. No,
If they're
this is
happy,
true.
mind your business. If they got a little deal worked out and she's cool with whatever he's doing and he's probably cool with whatever she's
I can
doing,
already tell from the still.
that's their business.
It's because the ass is ginormous. It's because he's having an excellent time. It only lasted for a second.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
Come on.
come on, bro.
And we don't even know. Go ahead,
How long
I'm
you been married?
At least
What's it been,
3 years, maybe.
I'm almost for certain he let his listen. I'm gonna be out there.
Here we go.
I'm gonna be out there, and she was like, "Be out there," and he was like, "All right, it's just that I'm gonna be out there, but I ain't gonna be in there." Cool, and he came home.
But she might have even been there with him. Like that's the thing.
Possibly.
Like we don't know.
Yeah,
like,
stay on my
boundaries
business.
Are. Yeah.
It's none of
well,
my
Well,
business.
we know how people think though, especially if you're a famous celebrity and like you out there and people know your relationship. Like if Will Smith was out there twerking on some
He need
Carnival
to.
booty and stuff like that, people gonna be like, "Really? You got Jada at home? Really?" Even though
No, they
Jada did
wouldn't.
what she did with August.
They would be cheering for Will.
Okay, maybe not.
No,
maybe
the-
not.
They would be cheering
They're like,
for
yeah.
Will.
we would
Yeah.
be like, yeah.
There'd have been somebody would have been over there like holding Will up.
They
in
would
the
have been
back.
like,
You know,
entangle that pussy.
remember like back in like the days we used to go to the club and like if you were grinding on a female, somebody like had to be like your
Yeah,
wall,
they
your
still do it
support
to this
system and
day.
shit.
He would be a
Classic.
girl would be grinding on my IB in his ear like, get back.
How you gonna be in his ear, bro?
Will.
Chewy, what
no.
would you do, bro, if your girl
No, just
went on a
yell
girl
it out loud. Get back.
I want to ask Chewy, I ain't talked to you all day. I'm sorry, bro. What would you do if your girl went to like Brazil or some shit or like Carnival or something like that? She was like grinding on some dude, but like she told you she was going with her girls. You mad or nah?
I mean, if I'm not there, yeah, I'd be a little bit ticked. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
Really? See,
No,
I
you
would
can't do
prefer
that.
to not be there.
You can't do
Me
that.
personally, like, yo, if you going out with your girls, have fun. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to see it.
I don't believe in girls trips no more.
Do your thing.
Why? Wait. How
I
can you not
believe
believe in
girls
girl trips? Hold on, I want to get it.
Oh, that's
no.
all.
Why not? Why not?
He
That's-
said no.
Why not?
No,
That's gonna put us
You
on a
saying
different side of
you
you.
saying that a group of 4 or 5 girls just can't go to Vegas and have fun?
Listen, girls are wild enough together in the city.
At home.
And listen, let's keep it real.
Okay.
We know that there are instances where they get drunk with each other and taste each other.
Hey yo!
Is this is not a hot take?
Okay.
This is
getting hot.
Is this the majority? No, but I mean you hear about it enough.
But if that's your girl, you know.
So
you know
I'm
who
saying that to say that if you could do that in your own town,
wait till you get to Atlantic
Come
City.
on.
Wait till you get to Atlanta.
come on. What are we
you
talking
get to
As you
about?
get
here?
to Vegas Strip.
What are we talking about here? No.
Wait, Aaron,
No.
you telling me you ain't seen girls marry women with the little "I'm just married" thing in your DJ booth trying to get at me? You've seen this multiple times. We've seen this. We've
Yeah,
seen this
man.
in real life.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sure there's been a bunch of married dudes out there in Scottsdale,
Oh, right,
too,
right,
trying,
but
like
what
on their
I'm saying-
bachelor party trying to get at
Hey,
women.
I'm not saying
You
men
you
or
know
women.
you
Right.
know yeah.
I'm not saying men or women. I'm saying I'm gonna mind my motherfucking
There you
business.
go. Because the reality is we don't know what agreement two people have set up between them. We are
True,
putting our
true,
own
true,
rules
true.
on
Right.
on what we
Absolutely
But also
true.
and we
sometimes
don't know what's cool with them and what they allow and what not.
But sometimes women can have bad influences in the circle, especially if they
For
don't like
sure.
you. Like if your girl's friends don't like you,
Ooh.
and as soon as they get you alone, they gonna try to get her to do some dumb shit.
Yeah, you definitely got to analyze the squad.
That's
Gotta
true.
Like if
analyze
her
the
squad, on,
squad.
like man, RC at the house, who cares? Like type shit.
Yeah.
Like go crazy. We ain't gonna say nothing because they gonna lie for them.
Whole friends are not
Girls
allowed.
are gonna lie
If you
on
got a
their
girl, whole
Look,
friends are not
yeah.
allowed in their circle.
The reality is grown people gonna do what grown people want to do regardless. So if that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You probably not meant to be anyway. I'm just saying, in this situation, we don't know what agreement him and his wife have set up.
Yeah.
So for people to be putting there like, oh, if that was my husband, it's not your husband, and you don't know where his wife was. She could have been the one recording the video.
I think the safest bet in those situations when we're talking about like things that happen, just talk about them as things that happen, not these actual people. Like talk about it in general and not be like, Chance the Rapper is dumb for doing that. Just be like, man, listen, normally that's kind of it saves you from looking like you're trying to target somebody,
But I am gonna say this though: if she was there, I don't think. I mean, you never know somebody's relationship.
Why
you
not?
don't know. What do you mean? Why not?
You don't think why?
You
put it-
think
let's-
somebody's girl just gonna let their man get grinded on
Carnival?
right?
Let's ask-
It
let's
don't,
ask
it
this
don't
question.
fucking matter if it was the Freaknik
At
circa
Carnival,
2003.
It's a part of the
Is
culture.
it more likely for a girl to encourage her guy to look at a beautiful woman as opposed to vice versa?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's
So-
a good point.
Because women to go to like the strip clubs with their man and
That's
stuff
a good
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Or
So
even just-
and especially if you know it's coming home with you and she's there
Yeah.
with them, she's like, that's a delicious big ass.
Yeah.
Get behind it. Whatever.
We at Carnival. What you want her to do?
and like I said, that's a part of the culture.
I
you know what I'm
think
saying?
something that is important to think about in any of these situations is if it's guys involved, there's a level of danger. So it's like if my
True.
girl start twerking on this dude, and then I come get my girl, and this dude's like, "Hey, bro, what's up?"
Yeah.
But if it's like the reverse, there's not really
Yeah,
like
she moving
girls
it.
can, even if girls get you could actually let I've seen girls fight for like 3 minutes and they was not even hurt. They was tired. But if you get two solid dudes, somebody gonna go
somebody
to
going
hospital,
down.
bro. Like somebody's going to
Hey, yo,
hospital.
no,
Even though I feel
females
like
be
girls are
fighting, though.
merciless though. I feel like
They'll scratch
I feel
you.
like
They'll be
guys are
Okay, it's
I
more
feel
than
like
just
guys have
scratching, bro.
mercy.
You're not doing
No,
them
that's
enough
true.
justice, bro. Fucking females got hands, bro.
Yeah, guys have mercy. Girls not so much. Like
They might,
there's-
no, they'll
they
maim
go
each
for the eye.
other though.
They go
They'll
for
like
the eye.
trying to ruin her face. Like that'll probably be the worst thing. It'd be
Yeah.
like she ripped my eyebrow off. But when's the last time you seen a girl knock another girl out? Damn.
he's like, she didn't get knocked out, so she all right.
Well, I'm saying life-threatening injury.
Yeah, you're right.
Mumbles is dead.
I mean, you have seen some heads stomping and slamming though. They
Yeah,
you,
they
you
jump
will
each
see
other,
that.
though.
seen females knock out dudes before, bro.
I ain't never seen that.
I've seen it, bro. I've seen some shit. Twitter's wild. Like I saw this one time. This girl, like these two girls are fighting. This one girl, she literally swung and missed one swing. She said, missed. Girl got her into a sleeper hold, standing
Oh
up,
no.
and the girl was like flailing like this, and then they're like, "Let her go, Stacy." And she did. Girl just flopped, like her body.
Oh,
just,
I mean,
yeah.
that's
It can happen, man. I'm not saying it's
exceptions
impossible.
don't make the rule.
Right.
All right, what are we talking about?
Hey man.
We get the girls getting beat up. Last hot cue we got. Speaking of animosity, there was a man on the plane. We're gonna post a video. We watched it before. He was extremely angry about a baby. If you've been on a flight, especially probably a longer than maybe 1 hour, 2 hour flight, and you've been on a flight with a baby before, you probably feel this man's pain because he was just mad.
He snapped.
Yeah, please, RC.
He-
Go,
he-
yeah.
Just
take it away.
Yeah, so basically the video starts with the man screaming, and the backstory is the baby had been crying on the plane for about, they were saying, between 40 minutes to an hour straight. This baby is on the plane crying, and I just want to start with saying you should never ever do what this guy did, but we've all felt that way to some degree. So the video starts with this guy literally screaming, like, somebody do something about that baby. This baby is crying. We in a damn echo chamber. I've tried to put headphones on. I've tried to go to sleep. There's a longer version of the video where he's like, I've tried to put headphones on. I've tried to go to sleep. This baby is still crying. Like, what's the problem? And they're like trying to calm him down. Like, sir, you're screaming. And he's like, so is the baby.
So is the baby.
And they're like, bro, lower your voice. He's like, lower that fucking baby's voice. Like, you really should never do that. It's already a stressful situation. The parents is probably mad stressed. You got this baby crying. But sometimes parents do be acting like they can't hear that shit, and the baby is just crying, and they act like it's not like.
It's normal to them, but
Right.
not normal to everybody else.
Exactly.
Because but
Especially
what are you
people
gonna
who
do
don't
about
have
it? You're gonna freaking like what are you gonna do? You can't like snuff your baby and be like, hey, just shh. You can't do that. You know, baby's gonna baby.
Yeah,
But
it's
we've all been there, whether at like a movie theater or dinner, or
And you can't leave a plane.
No,
That's
you
true.
can't.
You just- You know, you gotta
That's
deal
what makes
with
it worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh, what's the most annoying time you've ever had to deal with a child or a screaming child or baby?
Screaming child or baby.
Because you take a lot of flights, right?
Yeah, but I would say it wouldn't. I haven't been on many flights where it's like that with a kid. Probably the movie theater, like when a couple just has to see this rated R movie,
Oh, my
right?
God.
Yeah.
And the baby's still in like the car seat, you know, and they screaming through it, and I'm just there by myself, you know, and I'm like, God damn, like I really wanted to see Cocaine Bear, you
Right.
know?
Like, why are you bringing your kids to this fucking movie?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely the movies, man. But at the same time, I kind of feel bad because I'm like,
It's tough.
y'all probably don't get a chance to go nowhere.
Yeah.
You tried, and
That's
the
your
one time
fault.
you tried, you're right. You're right.
Wrap it up.
You wow.
That is your.
You're merciless.
What-
Nah,
what if-
bro,
I mean, it
'cause
could have been
I-
an on purpose baby.
I've seen people bring kids in with like headphones and a tablet and shit. Like, if you gotta distract this cute little baby, because I do love babies. If you gotta distract this little
I
motherfucker,
don't.
then why are you even bringing them here? Like, why are you gonna bring your baby to go see Evil Dead Rise about demons and possession and
Yeah.
shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to watch this movie that I spent $18 for,
Are y'all-
and
I
these
think
M&Ms I spent
toddlers in the
$6
supermarket are
for.
worse though. Toddlers in
yeah.
the supermarket are worse.
I was gonna say real quick, Aaron. You're not telling you kind of sounded like Phil Jackson here. Like I just want my movies to be
Wow.
That is
baby
completely
political.
different.
Wow.
Separate.
RC, that is
I know.
completely
Separate these
Stop.
babies from the movies.
If they got
Shut up and
age-
watch.
If they got age restrictions on rides at the fair and stuff like that, then they should have age restrictions at the movies. Don't bring no damn baby in here.
Well, they used to have daycares at like Harkins and shit like that.
What?
That's tight.
Yeah, I remember. They used to have like a little daycare, like little shit out of Harkins. Yeah,
Why do you think they got rid of it?
and it probably went really south. Really,
A lot of liability there.
Bad-ass kids.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah,
Lot
no,
of
the kids ain't
liability.
listening to.
Bad-ass kids.
Can you imagine working at a daycare in a movie theater? Is there any worse jobs than that?
Man.
Well, you only watching the
Them kids
kids
be like,
for
"Shut up and
90
give me some
minutes at a
popcorn."
time.
For 3 hours without their parents, and like you're in the middle
Oh
of
man,
a
they
movie.
wildin'. They
It
would
smells
be
like popcorn
wildin'.
and shit. Like
And they probably got some candy. Oh, them kids is wildin'.
I will
No,
say,
thank you.
for the guy on the plane, there is really something primally unnerving about just hearing a baby scream and cry.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that shit just like hits you at the core, like just something just on a primal
You're
level
helpless.
where it's just
Yeah.
like, bruh, what?
You're helpless. There's nothing you can
Everybody's
do.
on high alert now. Everyone's
Yeah.
adrenaline is like pumping because this baby is crying. So I kind of feel him, but again, you
and
shouldn't.
you're already on a plane, so you're already taking an inherent risk of, hey, this might be the last thing I ever do if I'm going to be thousands of feet up in the sky.
I mean,
Hey,
that's dark, but yeah.
it's not. It's real though. If you get on a plane, come on, bro. You got to at least
You
maybe
think about
2%
it.
in your mind.
Yeah,
like,
you think about
this
it.
could be. You never know.
This could be
Well,
the one.
Well, maybe he was living through the anxiety of this could be
True.
it, and the last thing I'm gonna hear is this fucking
That's
crying
what the
baby.
fuck I'm saying. So I'm gonna get my.
Some people are
I'm
scared
getting
of
this shit
planes,
out
boy.
before. That was hot cues. Round of applause.
He was going on.
We went
Charlie,
off on
thank
that
you
one.
again. He told the dude. He said, man, fuck you and fuck like shut the fuck up, something like that. He was snapping. All right, man. Last topic that we got. Since you do have fresh hair, you are a big time LeBron fan. Is that fair to say?
I mean, I would say appreciative. You know, I like.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I wouldn't say a big time.
You would not
LeBron
call
fan.
yourself
A witness?
I'm not gonna call you that as a witness, or some people call bronze fans bronze sexuals.
Right, right.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, they say that.
Who has said
It's a thing.
It is. My mom-
I would say I'm both a fan of MJ and LeBron. I'm always the guy that wants to bring balance to the conversation. So I feel like if things get out of balance, then you gotta, insert. And
sound like Thanos.
he was right.
Wow.
So
Shit.
He ain't missing.
So I just wanted to do my Thanos thing and bring some balance to the conversation. So I feel like growing up with MJ, there was never this kinds of vitriol and 24/7 crazy disrespect for the face of the league. And I think because you're in a moment after MJ, there's this and rightfully so, this reason or want to protect that legacy. I don't begrudge that.
I think because people see Jordan as like a sacred, as like he's not even real. Like Jordan to them did no wrong and never lost in the first round and never got his ass beat by the Pistons 2 times and the Celtics and all this and that. Yeah. And like Jordan was just perfect, had the perfect career because he never lost in the finals, which is true. But I think that's where a lot of like that vitriol comes from is from like, no man, you're never gonna be Jordan, you're never gonna be him ever. And like the fact that LeBron James is so close, and because look, Kobe was amazing. Let's not hate, but Kobe was never ever like nobody ever thought of Kobe being the best player of NBA history. No,
I mean I would argue that many have thought that because Kobe has these. It's not only his attitude but also the results that you see when you see him just want to take over and go crazy. It's very thrilling, and so when you have those kinds of thrills, they kind of gloss over your opportunities, and people kind of erase those. Like the year that Orlando took Chicago out, they kind of like nobody like really ever talks about that because winning cures. Right. But now that you've had your godlike figure, because I mean, in all honesty, when it comes to MJ, it is a perfect timing of things. Yep. You come into the league to take it over after the league was on tape delay. And now that you're getting more and more access in the league is growing, and rightfully so because of your stardom as well. And the game is becoming more globalized. You're basically in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you're the perfect player for it. So that's only going to add to it. Not to mention, everywhere you go, a car is endorsed by you, a book is endorsed by you, it's Gatorade, it's Ballpark Franks. Like, he was the first athlete to have all of those things going on all at once, And I mean, rightfully so. One of the best athletes we've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, and I think in large degree, LeBron has also kind of had that, but it's again after the first person to get that kind of huge global, access to everyone through the sport.
But I think Bron, and this one was mainly about what Dylan Brooks said to LeBron, with the disrespect. But real quick, in my opinion, I think LeBron had it harder than Jordan did coming into the league. Because Jordan, nobody ever thought Jordan was going to be the next Larry Bird. Nobody ever thought Jordan was going to be the next Magic Johnson.
Right.
Like, I just watched, me and Jalen went to go see Air, which was a really good movie. And hearing about Jordan wasn't even a number 1 overall pick.
Right.
He was 3rd.
Right.
And with Bron, now that Jordan, who literally changed the entire sports world, not just basketball, not just the Bulls, but the entire sports world was changed by one man. Now and then ever since then, Lynn Bias was supposed to be the next Jordan. Freaking, who was the other guy? Harold Miner was supposed to be the next Jordan.
Damn.
All these other guys. Oh, I know my shit. And then once LeBron comes up, everybody's like, okay, yeah, who's this kid? LeBron did it in high school, came into the league as a straight out of high school. Didn't go to North Carolina. Didn't go to Duke, because he said he would have went to Duke if he would have played college.
Yeah.
Went straight from St. Mary's to the league, and he held himself up to every standard and every type of goal that was laid in front of him as an 18-year-old man in a men's league. Nobody's ever done that.
I think it's kind of like, people are rooting for you as long as they don't think you can really do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's it.
When Jordan was gone, I think it was, 94, 95. There was a gentleman by the name of Pete Myers that was going to be coming in to replace him at the guard position.
For the Bulls?
For the Bulls. And they actually had T-shirts with Pete Myers' face on it, like the next MJ, ? That kind of thing. And like...
Was he black?
Yeah. But and it was on WGN, and I remember it distinctly, and I was like, really? Is that possible? Could there be somebody else like that? Could we still be good? And nobody remembers Pete Myers, right? But
never heard his
as long as nobody really believes that you could live up to it, yeah, I'm a root for you for sure.
Right.
But the closer you get to the mountaintop, it's like, hold on, get your ass out of here. That's really what it is. Like I don't want you to overtake. It's almost like I'm protecting my era. Like, don't overtake my era to say that yours is better than mine. And I think Michael does a great job at talking about eras to say, like, it's not fair to try and compare, players era to era. He does a good job at saying those things, and he may actually believe it, But I mean, if you actually hold on. No, he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because there was a story about, I think when they were doing the top 50, and Wilt Chamberlain and him were in a corner while everybody else was getting ready for the photo. Wilt Chamberlain and him were in a corner arguing about who was the best all time. And they literally could not get them to stop arguing about it.
Damn.
And I think Wilt ended up saying, they changed the rules to stop me, but they changed the rules to help you. And I think that's kind of a little bit how the conversation ended. So,
Whoa. Damn. No,
I know, right?
That's a bar.
Wilt was a beast. But RC, I'm going to ask you real quick, because I know you watch basketball just as much as I do. How do you feel about some of the things that Dylan Brooks said about LeBron recently, calling him old and that he don't respect him until he drops 40 on him?
Yeah, I understood what Dylan Brooks was trying to do. I think he was definitely out of pocket. I understand that you got the spotlight on you. Your team is performing decently well. Like, they got a squad out there.
It's a great team. It's a great team. Ferocious team.
But I thought he spoke a little out of turn. I mean, even not every athlete is gonna have the admiration. Like, oh man, that's LeBron. I remember when I was coming in the league, I wanted to be like him. This is a black billionaire that we can look up to. Like, not everyone's gonna do that.
Right.
But I thought when he took it too far, calling him old and then saying, oh, I don't respect him unless he drops 40 on me. And then a few days after that, once they lose the game, then Dylan Brooks doesn't even go and talk to the media. He just kind of cowers away. And I don't know. I just feel like he kind of played himself with all that.
He couldn't handle the pressure that he put upon himself. Like, literally, he was in warm-ups, and he was getting booed in warm-ups whenever he missed a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Lakers fans were. And it's crazy because usually a lot of diehard Laker fans that I've met and that I've known, that I've seen, they don't really like LeBron. Like, they felt like LeBron's an outsider and that he's only there just for his
like
own
he's
personal.
not really a Laker. Yeah.
Exactly. But this is like the first time when they ever like are standing up for LeBron.
It's kind of like I can talk to my brother like that, but you can't.
I could call him an asshole, but not you.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, Artie, what do you think about? Are you privy on the situation going on with?
Not really. I've been learning as I'm sitting here.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right, but how do you think, like, since you're in the industry, since you're an artist, like, let's say if you were on a set with Jay-Z, basically, you're an like you're a rapper, but Jay-Z to go, but he old. Like, would you ever come at Jay-Z like that? Be like, man, I don't respect anybody that can't beat me in a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And you talking to Jay-Z.
I think there's two layers to it, because I would think if, let's say, me and Jay-Z were gonna have to go up against each other. And by the way, y'all, this is all hypothetical. Let's say me and Jay-Z were gonna go up against each other in like a rap battle.
Right.
Then of course I'm gonna talk my shit, because we competitors at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were gonna ask me like, what's his impact on the game, I'm gonna hold respect. I think those two things, they're not, you can have both. You can have respect for what they've done for the game or for their career, but as a competitor, at the end of the day, it's like, who's gonna get the dub? I'm gonna talk my shit.
Right.
And also talking shit sometimes throws people off, gets people out of their game. So it's all strategy too in that kind of situation. So
Yeah.
both.
Fresh.
I mean, I understand you have to have a delusional level of competitiveness, especially when you're going up against, maybe the biggest challenge that you've had to date.
Mm-hmm.
You got to, kind of fake it until you make it. But there's a realm of faking it and making it. You can't get too out of touch with it. And I think basically he didn't judge timing or reaction properly.
Yeah.
So he was out of touch on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go at the league's leading scorer in NBA history
Right.
before you go into his arena.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, I think it's also disingenuous. Like, it'd be one thing if you could, one, talk about it after the game, after you had a bad game, and show up, right?
Yeah.
But two, prior to this, up until about 2018, there are tons of tweets where
he's
he's
a fan.
a big-time fan of LeBron.
Oh, I missed
Even
those.
went to his camp. So...
Wow. See.
So it's, like I said, it's disingenuous and out of touch. But I do understand trying to be delusional about the competitiveness so you can hype yourself up and fake it till you make it. The problem was he faked it, but when he got into game 3, he couldn't make it.
Yeah,
Couldn't
see,
back it up.
that's the biggest problem with it, is if you gonna say all that shit, that's like you just put yourself in a crazy position, because if you don't follow through, it's gonna make you look bad. But it is kind of like a gamble, because if you do follow through, then people start putting you in them conversations like, well, he said it and he came in there and cooked them.
Right.
That's
That's a lot of pressure, because if you cook Bron after talking crazy, people could that like changes your whole mythos.
Yeah.
You could get a contract off that, especially if y'all
For
win the
sure.
series. You know what I'm saying? So he probably didn't recognize how much.
Or
pressure
you
he
could
was putting on
lose
himself.
everything
Right.
if you talk all
Right.
that shit and then you come out playing like
Right.
you did. 'Cause
There's
now
rumors that they're
rumbling-
looking to move him after the series.
Yeah.
Because he
If they don't win.
He's
It's
ass and
a
he's ugly.
gamble.
That
It's a
dude,
gamble.
Dylan Brooks.
But I think players like Dylan Brooks are important to organizations. But the team hasn't won, so it would look as if you are expendable.
Not everybody Draymond. Like, look, you want to be Draymond and you want to talk all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But number one, Draymond has Steph and Clay on his, you know what I'm saying, to defeat the ball too.
Precisely. I mean, but he has a good core too. The the thing is, like, you can even see it in UFC. There's always this guy who talks a lot and is very charismatic, and people want to. Let's see, you had Chael Sonnen, you have Conor McGregor, and what's the short guy with the red hat on?
With the red hats.
Short dude fought Tyron Woodley. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Not TJ Dillashaw?
No.
Like
He be talking crazy.
Jake Paul?
But no.
Okay.
But even Jake Paul, like these kinds of, characters can stick around because everybody wants to root against them. Floyd was great at, taking advantage of that. I know you want to root against me, so I'm going to go fight this dude in your country and your country and your country. And I'm going to fight against all these people that have somebody that they think can beat me. And they're just going to pay because they want to see me lose so bad. It's a great play. If Dylan could win with his team, it would be different. He'd be making crazy bank, but he shot bricks.
He played himself.
Well, hey, man, I guess we're going to have to see what happens, but LeBron's the king for a reason. So, hey, one more time, big shout out to my dog, Freshmaker. Thank you again for being on the
Thank
show.
you very much, sir. Glad to
This
be
was
here.
crazy.
Very proud. This
was
is
fun.
great.
Yeah, bro, you're welcome back anytime, bro. You are officially our second guest that we've had. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
word?
Yeah, bro. Hey,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Anytime. Give me a call, man.
Yo,
I'm down the street.
let the people know how they can find you on your social media.
Oh yeah, by all means, you can follow me on Instagram at the DJ Freshmaker. Same on YouTube. Same on Twitter. If anybody still uses that. TikTok, I'm actually terrible at, but you can follow me at the same handle, the DJ Freshmaker. And if you want to find out about any events that I got going on, obviously those handles, but you can also go to yofresh.tv. Make sure to support any of the Black-owned businesses that I'm connected to, especially Straw and Wool or Sugar Jam. Also, the business incubator in downtown Phoenix known as AfriSoul Marketplace. These are all the folks that I'm working to make sure that they have dynamic brands, not only here in Arizona, but onward and upward. And lastly, any of the 501c3s that I'm connected to, like BASE, Black Alliance Social Engagement, the Campaign for Justice or Else, and Archwood Exchange, which is, real quickly, based on the model of Black Wall Street, and the name Archwood is from the main cross streets, Archer and Greenwood, inside of Tulsa, Oklahoma's Black Wall Street district.
Wow.
So it's a Black Expo that goes on about once or twice a month. So these are all Black-owned businesses that may not have a brick and mortar, but they do have a tent and products, and they would love your support. So by all means, follow the Archwood Exchange, follow the PHX LOC, Phoenix LOC. They're responsible also for anybody that likes to garden. They have Community Grow Day, where they go out and they go to the community garden and help to keep things cultivated out there. So by all means, follow those 501c3s, those Black-owned businesses, and help us to circulate the bag and grow the community.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yes, Let's go.
Yeah,
love it.
That's amazing, bro.
Love
super mad respect to all the companies you're helping grow and stuff like that, and the fact that you don't talk about it. You are it.
Appreciate it. Man.
Yeah,
Thank
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about that shit, but you actually do it. So much love and respect. Thank you again for being on the show. RC, how can they find you, dog?
Yo, hit me up on IG, Calvert Productions.
There you go.
I'll let your boy.
Sniper.
Find me on Instagram, TikTok, ARDYREAPZ. That's Artie Reaps. If you're on TikTok, click that little link in my bio to look at some of the other cool stuff that I do, like art with Endless Vault Studios, and stuff that I do at the Onyx Gallery as far as like art stuff.
Onyx Gallery.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fire.
Kathy, you know Kathy and Vernon?
Yeah, Kathy and Vernon, my people.
Yeah,
They are really
that's
nice
That's
people.
my
Black-owned art gallery in Phoenix, man. Y'all
yeah,
got to make sure y'all check that out. And event space, too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now
beautiful
it's a vibe. Chewy, how can they find you, big dog?
Jesus Crust on Instagram. I'll slap it right across Aaron's face.
Whoa!
Hey,
Right
yo.
away.
Hey, yo!
You say Jesus crust?
Wow!
That's
Yeah.
IG.
Talk about
Yo, that's
slapping
fire.
his
That's fire.
over my face. You bronze sexual. See, I knew it.
Wow.
I put the
follow me
clap
at
there.
DJ Aaron Michael.
For a
Follow
sound
me on
effect.
Instagram. I might make it clapper. I already
You
got
said
a
DJ
clapper.
Elvis, Michael?
DJ Elvis Michael.
Yeah. Also, lastly, we want to shout out our sponsor, Charlie's. Make sure to follow them on Instagram at Smoke Charlie's and look for them in the nearest dispensary.
And shout out to Charlie Mumbles. Hey, Mumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. And also shout out to our brothers, Jello TV, one more time. My boy just created it, Giovanni. We love you. Hey, Gio has been killing it a lot. He's been on the news out here.
Busy guy.
Yeah, his art and his murals. He's super proud about what he's done. We're proud for him, and we're proud of him as well. Thankful to have him here. So, and Jello, Jello's being a great dad right now, helping his daughter move and everything.
That's
Jello's
what's
handling business, man. So, shout out to our whole entire team.
And Justin.
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 The one and only Justin Gurian, bro, with the
And
one-of-one Crocs.
Mindbender AI coming out.
Oh, yeah, Mindbender
Right.
AI, yeah, all that.
Justin always been like doing some like
Crazy
next
shit.
level stuff.
I don't want to say I underestimated Justin, because when I first met him, I just thought he was a very just energetic, probably like, man, this guy cool as hell. But then actually getting a chance to know him and everything that you got going on and stuff like that, I was blown away. No problem, man. You dope as hell.
But tell him
bro.
where to find you real quick, Aaron, because we cut you off. My bad.
Oh, well, me?
Yeah.
DJ Aaron Michael, man. I'm going to slap it across Chewy's face. And you slap it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we're burning the meter now. We love everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this. All right, we're gonna have some more reels come out and stuff like that. Please support our content. We love and appreciate everybody. Have a great week, man. We'll see y'all again next time. Peace out.
See ya.
Peace.